Man, we're back. I've been off for some days, man. In recovery mode. Let me get my phone so I won't jump on here loud. Let me turn this down right now. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube right now. I just want to come on and walk you guys through something I just went through, and hope you don't go through that. But let me get to my Facebook page. Let me see so I can see what's going on. All right. So anyway, hey, what I dealt with, I'm really like on the back end of it now. And man, we don't know. We don't know. Oh, I just lost my canvas. Where is it? Right here? My vertical. I moved something, man. I don't know what I did. Here. Oh, let me do that. There it goes. It's back. We don't know where we got this thing from that me and my wife, we was dealing with something for a little bit. I had been fine, but something happened a couple days ago. And we both, since last, what's up, Larry Simmons? Last Saturday night, man, I felt okay. We were down with my son-in-law and my daughter, and they were going to go to dinner. They decided not to because we were going to keep my grandson. But my oldest daughter wasn't feeling well, so we ended up just hanging out with them. But she didn't have a cold at the time. She didn't have any cold symptoms or anything. So we just hung out, played with babies, and my oldest daughter, Lydia, was there, my baby grandson, the youngest one. And we were all playing, having fun, man. Babies all over me. They weren't coughing. Nobody was coughing. Benita was dealing with something a while, maybe a week or two before that. Dad, you're doing well. Thanks, Larry. Appreciate it, man. But I want to talk about, I'm back here working. I'm actually working on, I got 4 records to finish for a client. I'm on top of one of them right now, which I probably would have been done with that Monday if I hadn't got sick, man. And it was like Sunday night I finished a master for a client. And when I got done, I was exhilarated, excited. And then I thought I felt something weird in my back of my throat. Monday I woke up in the morning and I get a humidifier in here. I got a humidifier, a whole house humidifier. I don't have one in my furnace. Now when we built a house, I built this house brand new. Had it built 25 years ago. I had a humidifier on my furnace. I removed it. So I'm gonna give you guys some tips for better health for your HVAC system. I removed mine, and I'm a pipe fitter, and I know about HVAC. I'm not the top HVAC guy, but I'm a pipe fitter. And I had this system on the one that was on my furnace. Let me just tell you about humidifiers right quick. This is something you should have in your house. I do think the ones that require more maintenance, which is changing filters, are safer. And you got to clean them. You got to do more work, maybe once a month. Clean them really good, change your filter. But anyway, the whole house one on your furnace, a lot of people don't even know. They don't even go check them. They just go flick the button, and the thing is dumping water in your house. Now, when I bought my first house, I remember looking in that thing. And I thought it was something. I didn't know what one was at the time. I took the cover off. That thing had crusty calcium mold build up on it like a half-inch thick. So the people who had owned this home that had bought back in like 80 and 88, they had never touched that filter. They couldn't have. So I, changed, put another filter on there, and then it started getting all crusty. I was like, you know what? This ain't even safe to keep monitoring that thing. And it was on a tumbler. Excuse me. So I do have some drainage still going on. Hey, babe. So anyway, I took that thing off. We built our house. We had one here. It was a drip-like thing. You had a square thing that the water would run down. And when I changed the filter, excuse me, the first time, I looked and it had like this black mold starting to grow on the top. I took that thing off, got rid of it, bypassed it on the furnace, and put a whole house thing with filters inside of it to do my whole house. Put one in my bedroom and one in each kid's room. But if I keep draining, I'm going to jump off here because I feel good. It's just the last part of this thing I'm dealing with. But anyway, Monday morning, I was feeling weird. And throat feeling weird. Monday night, I felt worse. I started drinking water, took some emergency. I should have been doing that every day anyway. Emergency vitamin C packages with vitamin C, zinc, and manganese or something like that. Started doing that. And my wife was already, she kept saying, you ain't drinking enough water. She made me this tea. I started drinking that out of lemons. Just, I bought some lemons. She had chopped up, squeezed the lemons. She cut up, washed the rinds and all of that. And she gave me a tea of lemon water at first. Then she made a tea with lemon water, again, with lemons, honey. And what is that tea, babe? Type it in there if you don't mind. Yogi brand Vitality tea. It's got turmeric and something. I drank that. It was super hot. Well, I knew something was going in the back of my throat because it was burning it, just the temperature and the acidity of the lemons. So I did that. And then Tuesday, I woke up. Actually, I was shivering. I checked my temperature. And my temperature naturally is like 96 point something, 96.5. My temperature was like 97.2, which is considered normal. But that's a higher temperature for me because my temperature always runs at 96 point something. So it was at 97.2. I was shivering. And I was starting to feel, and I didn't feel achy all over, but I felt weird. Not in my psyche, but in my physical realm. And then I started getting this pressure in my head. And then it intensified. I took Tylenol. What's up, Brett Trevelyan? Started taking Tylenol. And for the temperature, I think I took Tylenol either Monday night too. So I'm taking Tylenol like twice a day. I take 2. I didn't take any more than that, which I probably could have took 3. You can actually take 4. It's only the 2 milligrams, so 800 milligrams of acetaminophen. I don't take ibuprofen. I don't take it unless I had to because it's less safe for you, I guess, especially at our age. But anyway, I was fighting and my wife helped me and I drank these. I was drinking water. I've had this, my goddaughter bought this for me years ago. I don't know how many of these I drank. I don't know how many times I had to go to the bathroom because I drank and I kept putting liquid in my body, but I did. I got up every morning. And every morning, you guys, I eat an apple, I drink coffee, and I have a bagel every morning. Sounds like an old man thing, don't it? But I use it's plant-based cream with cheese by Oatly. Doesn't have any milk in it because I'm lactose intolerant. I have that every morning, and then I'm good until lunch and dinner and all that. So I still did that every morning, and now Tuesday evening, my head is hurting so bad, and I stayed in the bed all day, literally all day Tuesday. Got up, go to the bathroom, that's it. Brushed my teeth late that night Tuesday. Try to get cleaned up, go to bed. Felt horrible. Wednesday morning, I felt like somebody was trying to push my eyeballs out of my head. No joke. I had never had that kind of pressure in my head. Listen, I sound like that, but I could breathe through my nose. I could breathe the whole time. I never got nasal congestion where I couldn't breathe. It was so weird. When I had COVID, I couldn't breathe through my nose. The congestion was so bad with COVID, and I wasn't really coughing with COVID. I just had my throat was getting kind of raw feeling, and I was so plugged up that I couldn't breathe through my nose. So I guess it was attacking another, because you got sinuses up here, you got them under your jaw, and they're kind of everywhere in your face and your head. So I don't know what happened with this. So I took a COVID test, came back negative. I had bought some new ones, I think Monday, when I was feeling weird. Or was it Tuesday morning when I went out and bought? But I went and bought new COVID tests, took COVID test, clear. I didn't know that now you can buy, my daughter bought some, somebody mentioned to me, my daughter did. They make a COVID, RSV, flu test, all in one. It'll test you for all of them. I didn't know that. So I'm going to make sure I get some of those in my home. So, but you guys, that was the sickest feeling from a cold, even with COVID, that I ever had in 30 years. I had a real bad sinus infection back before my daughter was born. Lauren is 34. So it was before that. So 35 years ago or so, I had a real bad sinus infection. That was when I was working out a lot. I'm going to fight through it. And I waited like 8-10 days until my eyes got red as this shirt because they were hurting, but they were red and they were starting to ooze. Oh, and that was another thing. With this, my eyes were running like crazy. I wear contacts, so I wore my glasses. Took the contacts out, and I was in so much pain in my head around here, not in the back. It was all up here, and my eyeballs. I still kept eating. I still kept drinking, and I just lay in the bed. And then took a shower. Wednesday night, got in the bed. I don't know what time. My wife remembers. I woke up. My side of the bed was soaking wet. I should have checked my temperature. And I don't know if it was because I got in a hot shower and I put Vaseline, all that stuff, trying to make sure I'm moisturized. Just like my hands, that's why they're shining now. But got in the bed and I remember I felt like I was cold. And I sweated like crazy. I got up Wednesday, so that would have been Tuesday night, yeah, in the Wednesday. So Wednesday morning, I felt a little bit relief in the pressure, but not as much. And then yesterday I woke up and I felt way better. And then by midday yesterday, I felt like normal. I felt like I felt now. So I have been coughing up phlegm. I don't have like a consistent cough, but it'll be like, and I'm wondering this time, you guys might know, especially medical people. Thanks, Sister Marilyn. Appreciate you. I've been drinking so much fluid, and that does keep your mucus thinner, and drinking tea. And I'm never going to stop this now. I do not ever want to have whatever I had that the enemy, I don't think he was going to kill me because I wasn't giving up. But man, I didn't feel like I was wanting to give up. It was just like, when is it going to let up? And like I said, Wednesday night to Thursday, I started feeling a little bit better by the time I woke up after that cold, wet sweat I had. And then yesterday was a pretty good day. And the day I decided to jump on, and I'm working because I got one client, man. I'm like a week behind on this stuff because of this. And these were records I was supposed to have done for him. Hey, Lillian, hey. I'm praying for you. Thank you guys, for all you guys for praying for me, man. A lot of people jumped on my page. When I showed a little video of me back in here, because I came back in last night to fire up stuff. And then when I got in here today, I had some weird junk. It took me 4 times to get on here live. And I don't know if it was something I did wrong, but I don't think it was that. One of my devices wasn't seeing my internet, my Ethernet control system. I don't know what was all going on. And I think sometimes these devices, if you don't use them, which mine have sat for a week, not being on pretty much. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But anyway, hey, I just wanted to jump on, man, to tell you guys to get a humidifier and keep it clean. Let me tell you what I did buy this year. I threw away our old humidifiers because they were old, and we would clean them. I would clean them every year. I bleach them a couple times during the winter and clean them up really good. I clean them, and then if they were calcified, I use vinegar, let that set, scrub that out, rinse all that out really good because you shouldn't be mixing vinegar and bleach. But once I get them clean and rinsed out really well, I'd soak them in bleach. Put new filters in. I use the antibacterial stat, all of that. So this year I'm like, I'm going to buy those nice ones. And I did this before, years ago, even upstairs. And when I built the house, I figured the technology is better. I got a whole house water filter, so all my water is filtered from hard deposits and mineral deposits and hard chlorine and all that. So by the time the water gets to my refrigerator, if you're over here, you're drinking water, it's all filtered and it's really good water. So it's already treated. So I'm just not bringing a lot of that excess stuff into the house for people to eat and drink. So anyway, I buy what do they call those? Not mist. They're like a mist. You see the mist coming out. They're known to make white dust. That mist comes out. So I'm running mine. I'm like, oh, this is cool. They're super quiet. Enjoying my things, humidity staying relative. Like it's 28% humidity in here right now. And then I think I put a chart up. I'll share with you guys what you should keep your humidity at based on the temperature outside. It keeps your house balanced because if you do what I did before, we have a very expensive window that I have to replace because I used to keep our humidity for years at 40% until we ever opened the window. And the bottom of my windows are vinyl wrapped in wood. So it looks like it's a wood window from the inside, but it's a vinyl wrap. And cranked the window and it was starting to separate. I was like, oh my gosh. So that can be rebuilt though. I don't have to replace the whole thing. They can rebuild the sash or whatever they call it. Anyway, you need to keep your humidity at a safe level for moisture. If you got so much humidity that is on your window, it's too much. Bottom line. If you see the humidity on your window in the morning and you don't wipe it off, if you got wood, if you got vinyl, all vinyl, it's not going to do it. It'll probably start irritating your seals in your window someday. But you want to make sure that your humidity stays stable based on the temperature. Now, the ones I have right now are programmable, but it only goes down to 40%. So in the studio, back there, that thing it's going on and off, but up here in front, I'm looking, it says I got 28% humidity. That's normal for the temperature that we have right now, as cold as it is. So anyway, I'll post that, share, I'll put a picture of it on my Facebook page, and I'll share it to Instagram, so you guys could go and do that. And you know how you walk around your house and you touch your TV, you touch your refrigerator, you touch your sofa, you get up, you touch your bed, not a static. That's why it's too dry in your house. If you're having a lot of static electricity, it's too dry. I remember when I first built this studio, I'm walking around, touch something, I saw a little static spark one time. It ain't gonna hurt you. Although professionally, I got hit by a high voltage static thing. I'll tell you guys about that later at work when I worked at GM. And it hurt so bad they had to send me to emergency. It didn't shock me, but it was a hard, you think that pop you hear when you touch? It was like 10,000 times that. So anyway, get you a humidifier. Get one, I prefer, with the filter and make sure you have to manually clean it. Do all that and all that stuff. But the ones that I tried, that I took back with the mist thing that was so quiet, had white dust everywhere. I came in and I'm looking at my camera lenses. I'm like, that looks funny. So I took a microfiber cloth. It was dusty. Checking all my cameras. Then I went and checked my monitors that you guys can't see. I stood on the side and there was this white film on everything, and everything in it is black. It was white film everywhere on my speakers, everywhere on my stands. I got them things out of here. So the ultrasonic ones, I think my daughters, they use them. But see, I got dark furniture, and we had dark furniture in our bedroom. And I was in there one morning too, because I put a new one in there. And I just wiped my finger on it, and that white film, I was like, these out of here. I had to clean up everything and got rid of them and got just a normal thing that atomizes water in the air without that little beautiful, cute cloud you see. Forget that. My water is not super hard like that, and I don't know why, I got that deposit. So anyway, This virus, though, I don't know what it is. My son-in-law has been attacked with it now. He's getting better, but it started bothering his stomach. I didn't have any stomach issues. I started getting a little irritated Wednesday night because I was drinking a lot of, I drank a lot of lemon water tea, and I added in, what do you call it? That emergency. That's a lot of acid in your stomach. So I knew what I was dealing with, and then that didn't last that long. Started drinking more water, so I had to space that kind of stuff out, do the lemon thing once a day, and do the emergency once a day, and then drink water and a regular tea in between there. So, man, anybody that's got this or had it, I'm reading, my cousin jumped on my page. Hey, Tanya, Sue Cook. My cousin and my wife's cousin in Arkansas, that girl's been sick on and off, she said, for a month with something. And that's what I've been hearing. I got a client that said he had been dealing with something for like a month. So, yeah. And I can't imagine, if you were a smoker and dealing with stuff I was dealing with, but I didn't have, like I said, I didn't have the lung thing until like now. Like I haven't even coughed with you guys. I was getting some drainage. But I rinse my sinuses. I don't use a neti pot. I use this thing, but I forgot the company, where I just take it's probably like 8 ounces of water in this bottle. You put this pre-mixed, all it is sea salt and, it's basically sea salt and, calcium carbonate, which is, what is it? The stuff you put, baking soda. And I'm going to tell you, Dr. McCullough, who you guys, if you live up here, you might have saw him on television. He just got diagnosed with a brain tumor. He's over the American Medical Association. He's a great doctor, ear, nose, and throat doctor. I went to see him in 2008 when I had the worst case of bronchitis. I had never had bronchitis before. Caught it from my oldest daughter. We're out playing tennis, and she was coughing really bad, and had my wife take her to the doctor. And about 4 days later, I was feeling weird. I had bronchitis from April 2008 until after our wedding anniversary in June of 2008. That's no joke. So, when I start feeling something bronchial coming on, like right away, I can tell because I feel it here. When I'm coughing or something, I go to the doctor ASAP. I believe in doctors, man. I believe in supernatural healing by God. Everybody ain't getting supernatural healed right away. That's why we have doctors and we have medicine, and it's okay. I don't care what people say. Everybody's not getting supernaturally healed right now. Your supernatural healing might be the brilliance of some medical professional that has seen your case before or never seen it and runs tests to see what you need and treat you properly for whatever disease or attack on your body you might be having. So I respect medicine because those people are brilliant. Especially after watching my daughter go through it, I always respected them, but I saw how hard and brutal that is. It's just a brutal thing. So anyway, much love to all you guys. I appreciate you. Again, I'm in recovery mode, and I'm probably going to be for a couple days. Tomorrow, like each day, I'm feeling stronger and stronger. I do have a session tomorrow. I'll be able to run that. Oh, I'm going to put a disclaimer on my Facebook page for my studio. And I do have a studio page too. But I got such a bigger following here. I do that. But I need to start sharing my videos because I do have some people who are just following me and only follow me on the studio side. I'm going to tell people, do not come to your session, reschedule it if you got sniffles, if you got a cough, if you got anything, because I got little grandkids. I don't want to get sick. My wife helps take care of our father, who I don't want to get sick, who's 93 years old. And my godchildren, so we're trying to look out for everybody. All of us are as a family. When we get sick, we let everybody know. This happened to us. This is what we're dealing with. Because we can't get to the root of where this came from. That's what bothers me. We don't know the root of where it came from. And I'm asking you guys to be respectful, because I've worked with people that would come to work hacking and coughing like crazy. And if you got a hacking, coughing, weird thing that you think is just okay, and I'm going to tell you though, I do have to say this. 2 weeks ago, me and my wife I was by myself. Or was she with me? No, we were together. We had went to Micro Center in Madison Heights. And there was a gentleman, I heard him coughing. I heard somebody, I didn't know if it was a guy or a woman, coughing. I was like, oh my God, what are they doing in here? So I get in line, and the guy's like, I'll say about 4 people behind me, I hear this coughing. I look back, and he just, mouth wide open. I was like, oh my God. And I said, if he coughs again, the first cough I hear, I'm turning around, I'm gonna say, look, man, you're disrespectful. You need to cover your mouth or put your face in your sleeve or something, or just cover your mouth with your jacket. Because people are in here, nobody wants to get whatever you got. And that maybe I got it. Maybe it started with me, but nobody else has it that's been around me. Besides me, my wife did it hit her pretty good. She had a bad cough. I had the throbbing head thing, and she couldn't breathe. I think I wasn't having that. That's what was weird. But anyway, what I am having is a good time back in here in the space to create. And I love it, love what I do. So thanks to everybody jumped on, and thanks for all the heartfelt concerns you guys shared on my page. So I didn't want to be this long. Just want to give you a follow-up. There is something going on in our country, and I think in Michigan, and it's some viral thing, and it's attacking people different ways. Some people, they get stomach, nausea, throwing up, all kinds of stuff. I didn't have any nausea, throwing up, or anything like that. I wanted to eat. Even though I felt sluggish, I made myself eat. So, God bless you guys. Hey, I'm going to sign off. Hopefully, you guys got something out of all of this, information. But again, get your humidifier and get one, preferably cost you a little more money, with a controllable humidistat. And some of them have a readout too. You can get that one that tells you what the humidity is, in your room. And then you're going to set your humidity by the temperature outside though. It's called dew point, all that. Because if the dew point's too high, or when the dew point is low, that means you're getting more dew on your windows and all that stuff. You don't want that. Because like I said, I ruined the window. Anyway, thanks everybody. I'm going to sign off and work some more on this record. 8:30. Yeah, then I'm going to probably take a break and chill and rest up for tomorrow. Meanwhile, you guys will see my exit video again. Thanks. This music you hear on this intro exit video is by Brandon Rose from Detroit, Michigan. It's all his original material. And I actually mixed and mastered this record. And I think Brandon moved to New York. He's a phenomenal musician and bass player, musically educated gentleman from Michigan State. Got his master's. So I got some good cats around me that keep me motivated. They're young. But anyway, God bless. Also look forward to that disclaimer I'm coming out for in-person visitation and working in the studio about your ears, your eyes, and your nose. If you got pink eye, don't come. I heard somebody just had that. If you got runny nose, coughing, I don't want that. I cleaned up my microphone. Let me get this heads up right here. Show a couple things I do use right quick. It shouldn't be backwards for you, I don't think. Sterafine. Yeah, Sterafine. See the Sterafine too? We had a bunch of these that we were getting from friends of ours. Somebody my wife knew. Disinfectant and deodorizer, spring breeze. This stuff kills everything. Bactericidal, tubercidal, fungicidal, virucidal, cures a bunch of stuff. This, I used to get it at Janitorial Supply in Flint. They stopped selling it. I just ordered a case of this. It smells really good, and I use this in some hospitals and stuff. Yep, links. So this I really love too. And you know what's cool about this? Penella, hey, you could take this kind of stuff, you guys, when you vacuum your floor, get some cotton balls, spray the cotton balls, rip them up. I usually rip them up so they won't be so big. Spray that with something like this or disinfectant. Throw it in your thing. A lot of, vacuum cleaners now have HEPA filters on it, but that helps too. You actually, now whatever bacteria does get in your vacuum, if you don't have a HEPA filter, you're going to put antibacterial stuff into your vacuum atmosphere. So just things I want to share with you guys for better health, man. We're inside a lot this time of year, so get yourself a good humidifier, preferably one where you have to change your filter. One with the monitor, you're going to pay a little bit more money. If it's got a monitor on it and it's got auto switch and select what level of moisture or humidity you require for the temperature based on outside. So let's do this right quick. So if I can't show you on my main tower because it is disconnected, so it won't use my internet stuff. But let me look at, let me do this on my phone right quick. I'm looking at let me look at the temperature here. All right, right now it says 22 degrees in Flint, Michigan. And it tells me that it's 93% humidity. That's because it's wet outside. But at 22 degrees, let's look at, ask what should my humidity be? What should indoor, let's do this, indoor humidity, especially if you're a singer, you're crazy if you don't do this. I'm just being honest. Humidity be at 22 degrees. 22 degrees outdoors. In fact, it was better faster type on my phone, I'd have it, right? See what it tells us. 30 to 35% when it's 22 degrees outside. And if you look, when it goes to 10 degrees, it says aiming for a slightly lower humidity level. It says when the outdoor temperature is around 22 degrees, the ideal indoor humidity should be around 30 to 35. Aiming for a slightly lower humidity level as the outdoor temperature drops. I told you. Further towards freezing temperature is recommended. So I'm at like 27 over here. Back where the humidifier is, I'm sure it's at 30-something% back there. All right. And like I said, I'll find the chart. I'll take a picture of the one I use. I actually stuck it on my humidifier, and that's a good one. Once you get one, stick it on your humidifier, look on your phone and see what the outdoor temperature, and then set your humidity that way. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. All right, thanks, Fernella. Yeah, I'm feeling better. You guys ain't got any questions for me about what I dealt with? Anybody else been through this weird thing that I've been something different? Thanks, Lillian said I'm feeling better. Salt, what's up, bro? So, some people could say, oh man, you just believe God. I do believe God. Try to eat right. You know one thing I believe God too? I heard somebody say this not long ago, and I thought about it. People say, well, that sickness runs in our family. Or this disease runs in our family. One thing I can say for sure, and two things I can say for certain, that everybody I know in my family who has reduced their weight, like substantially, has gotten off of every medication they were taking. whether it was due to illness or whatever, off of their diabetes, off their blood pressure, everything. And a doctor, one of the twins, Michael and I forgot their names. Man, they're doctors in this. Everybody around here knows them. But, oh man, Mike, he was coughing to where he choked. Wow. Sorry, Mike. Yeah, man. That's what I heard. People were going through it and they didn't have COVID, bro. But you guys would be surprised though. Rinsing your sinuses, see, because you're gonna end up rinsing that stuff out that would sometimes try to drain in the back of your throat. That's what drives you crazy, because it's draining so far back there, where that opening, whatever it's called, you have to ask a doctor. When that goes back there, that trickle of that junk is what tickles your throat and makes you cough. When it's just hanging in there, it's gross, So anyway, get an humidifier, man, and keep some good, clean water in it and keep it clean. You can't just buy one and buy one filter. So all I need is one filter. That thing will be black and moldy. I'm telling you, by the time winter's over. You got to clean the thing at least once a month. And then, I'm going to tell you the ideal thing. That's what I'm doing every day now. If you got one with a filter, go and take that filter and flip it upside down. Take and go, and I should have set up, I could have turned on my third camera if that cable was long enough and walk over there and show you mine. And maybe I'll do that one day. I'll bring it up here and use on my overheads and show you how to all you do is take the top off, grab your filter, flip it over. Flip it over 90 degrees, 180, from one end to the other end, 180 degrees. Set that down and let that water come up that way. And I do it every time because I got to fill it every day pretty much. So I just flip it over. Now my big whole house one, I can't do that. It's 3 big filters in there and you can't flip them over. You know what I'm saying? They're so thick and wet. So those it come up, it's a change filter. I clean the whole big thing. It's a job, but I know it's clean, because that's how you can get Legionella. You start aerating mold spores. That's how people get Legionnaire's disease. So I don't care what kind of humidifier. You get a mist only or one with a filter. You have to disinfect and clean them. And use an antibacterial stat to put in your water, so that will kill bacteria too. All right. I did enough talking, man. I ain't gonna be able to talk to my client tomorrow. All right. So God bless you guys. I'm off. Hey, if any of this information was essential around our health and what I've been through, gave you some ideas, some concepts that might help you, especially on humidification and even your furnace temperature. The higher you run your furnace, the more bacteria grows, right? We live in Michigan and it gets cold. But I ain't going to tell you what to set your furnace at. I know what I have to keep my eyes set at because I know my build goes up too. For example, my build coming up from December till now just got posted. I'm paying about $120 more than what I paid the month before that. So as it gets colder, use more energy. Plus, I'm running a studio too. And I air condition this, even when it's below 0. I still have to run air in here. And Bill Jones, big time. So, Pastor Finn, how you doing? Cuz Willie on here? Thanks you guys for jumping on. Actually, just getting ready to close out. If you want to review it, I should have put that in my title. Talk about some in-home air safety and your furnace filter. I got the big giant 6-inch. You only have to change those maybe 6 months, every 6 months. You don't have to change those every month. If you got that little thin thing, your furnace will run all the time. I would change it once a month. You can buy a whole box of them. The big ones last a lot longer. They actually filter better. But you can get 6 months out of them, and maybe even longer. But 6 months, this probably should be your max. All right, Pastor Phil, I'm glad you're doing well, man. God bless everybody. Like I said, if any of this is valuable to you, like and share it. Leave me a comment. Hopefully my visual, my audio is good. My classes for recording, I talked about that in December, about putting them off until February. So let me just do a lineup on that before I get off. They're going to happen, but the reason I'm not locked up right now is because I had to disable my main computer, my main recording computer, and disable a bunch of camera systems I run, and some other stuff that were on my thing, and some Ethernet controlled devices, because everything I have is on a switch. On switch, I got one, two. I got 4 switches. And then, and my wife has a switch. Yeah, there's a switch up in the office. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 switches, Ethernet switches in this house. So at any time, there's can be up to 37 different internet addresses, IP addresses they call them, connected to our system. And what I found was, and this is from a tech, I didn't know this, he told me you might want to disable anything that you got that's manipulating data through your switch when you're doing live. And that's been my console, this controller, and my computer are all going through my switch. And I remember hitting controls on this remote, and then OBS, I'd be froze So anyway, got that figured out. Anyway, all right, I'm out. God bless you guys. Looking forward to this year and looking forward to this recording classes. And I'm gonna put together, man, some of the records aren't out, guys. So let me tell you what, I keep saying I'm gonna get off. I got quite a few records I've done, especially last year. Some of them aren't out yet because they're putting them with the project. Some of them are. And I wanted to tag the people and the artists for my 2024 roster about, people whose records I mixed, mastered, or recorded here, or done all 3, or just one. Something. But the reason I haven't done it is because a lot of them, and then I will put a snippet of the material in their links, but some of them haven't been released, which is fine, because I would feel the same way. So I don't want to throw this stuff out before they do. All right. So God bless. Guys, have a blessed night. I'm going to rest my voice, get some sleep, so I can come in here and do what I got to do tomorrow. Take care.